I cut it off by mistake. Anything new. Okay. So this is for Mr. Castile. So let's just see, universe. I did a storyline for him back then. He followed and did everything that he was told to do.
Right.
Back then, but he didn't win. It was like he did what he supposed to do. He complied, but he still didn't win. Get what I'm saying?
The cop felt he had a nerve, or he felt the cop had a nerve, anything like that. But he was being put on trial. He pinpointed a problem. He just wanted equal and fair. He was dealing with a nut here, right? Whoever it was, right? Okay? He was being genuine with the person, right? Right? They didn't want any ain'ts out of him, right? No so whats or anything like that, right? So it says right here that where did they learn right here it says where did they learn the behavior from, thinking it's love. They didn't treat him with love and respect here, right? It says right here the ears was for hearing, and he needed to hear, so he was hearing what they were saying to him. It says playing lottery for a chance to win but not winning. He's playing lottery for a chance to win but not winning. So he was doing all he supposed to did and whatever, being nice, being kind, being considerate, whatever it is, but he still didn't win. Follow me? See, because it say not winning. So he did all he supposed to, but he still didn't win. Okay, this is for Philando, right? So let me just go with the next person that I remember. Okay, without getting up.
Okay. Let's see, universe. Give me a storyline for Mr. Philando. Whatever, anything as far as how his family doing now, or if that person was punished, because that's the main thing, because God wants justice. God wants justice. Okay? God is about justice. Man's law is the judge be wanting justice. God wants justice. Okay? My storyline is about God wanting justice. Get what I'm saying? So let's just flow. Because the judge can set somebody free off of what the jury say. But that's man. Get what I'm saying? So I'm talking about God. I'm talking about spirit. God wants justice. Right? So let's see what God's saying for Mr. Philando. Let's see, universe, which one's for him? I'm here, number 4. Where are you for? Bear with me, because they are light green. Kind of hard to see, but let's just see. Came again, Lord. 14. I'm here, 14 again. Do I take 14? And then it went to 6. Lord, which one do you want me to do? 14 or 6? Let's just flow. This is the 14, but here's the 6. That's amazing to me. That 6 sitting there. That's deep. That's deep, universe. That is so deep. Let's see. Here's the 14. But the 6 was sitting right there on top of it. Because God already... Oh, I think God is so amazing. I heard 14, but I'm knowing I just did 14 for a storyline. But I don't like to second guess God. If God say 14 again, I got to take 14 because it's another storyline. Follow me? But then I heard God say 6. But look what's sitting here. When I went in there, it went like this. Look, we got a 6, right? But look, there's my 14. Because God already knew the 6 was in front of my 14. You tell me God not good. God already knew that 6 was in front of my 14. I didn't know it though until I just looked in. It's amazing. card is amazing. Okay, let's see, universe, deck 14. Deck 14 of healing of the soul. When somebody bruise you really deep down and hurt your soul, or you hurt someone. Follow me? Let's just flow. Let's see, universe, you know all about it. Somebody trying to use their muscle to keep him down. And they did. Look at that. And they put him out. Look at that. They put him out. It was heart-wrenching. Because they put him out. 1, 2, or how many killed Mr. Philando. Here it is. They used that muscle. 1, 2, or whoever it was. I don't know how many. Follow me? Let's just flow, universe. You know all about it. It was heart-wrenching. Okay, let's flow. Did this person get punished though? Because God wants justice. God is about justice. The man's law is the courts want justice or whatever. But God's law is God wants justice. Because I deal with spirit over here. I don't deal with man's law. I deal with God over here. Follow me? I deal with God over here. Look, here's the cops right here. God know these people. Okay, a lawsuit was taken out, or God saying take one out. Okay, let's just flow. Okay, Mr. Philando, is anything you want to tell me? Anything, or a song, or anything. Give me something. You want me to say anything out to your relatives, or anything? Anything. Anything you want me to say? Anything. Let's give it to me. You know I'll say it. Just give it to me. That's what I heard. And it might be because I say just give it to me. It might have came from me saying that. I don't know. I don't know. It might be with whoever his either his child's mother, his girlfriend at the time. Sweet loving. Let's just flow. Let's just see. Okay, let's just float in the universe. Or his wife, whoever he had, I don't know. Okay, let's just float in the universe. They treated him like trash. Him, 1, 2, or whoever it was. I don't know how many it was. Universe, you know all about it. You know all about it, universe. You know all about it. Somebody had flipped words toward him. I'm saying you can be nice and everything, and you get the wrong police. It's hell on wheels. You get the wrong policeman. It don't matter how nice you is, because that person got a bunch of problems, and they want to bring it out on you. They need to keep their problems to themselves, because everybody else got problems too. Newsflash: everybody else got problems like you do. Don't bring your problems to work and take it out on somebody else. And you get away with it. That's the thing about it. You get away with it. Anybody else, they can't. And there's no fairness in that. Not as far as God concerned. That don't fly. You don't get to ruin somebody's life and think it's fine. It's not fine. You got to answer to God. Okay, let's see, universe. You know all about it. Yeah, because here's an earth angel. You killed an earth angel. You killed somebody God wanted to do some work on this earth. You killed an earth angel. You gotta deal with God. Whoever you are. You gotta deal with God right there. That's an earth angel person. God had to do some work here. You gotta deal with God. And you will eventually. You will eventually. Because God is in charge. Man think man is in charge, but God is in charge. Let's flow. First card is what? It was a chamber of chaos and negative for Mr. Philando, right? Okay, at the campgrounds, that usually is your house, right? He made a choice as far as the campgrounds. I can make this the car for right now because he was in a car with this situation, right? Unless he was in a fuss at his house before he left his house. He made a choice about the house. And it was a chamber of chaos. It was negative. Maybe a fuss was home. If no fuss wasn't home before he left and he was in that car, this got to stand for his car. Right? Okay, it says right here, a lawsuit need to be taken out if it wasn't, as far as this case, right? So it says right here, he spent time and he is trying to get to the back end. Where this going at, how long it's going to take, anything like that. Because it was chamber of chaos, follow me, and it was negative. In the car. I'm not going to even say his house, in the car. Right? Let's just flow. With the blue-eyed brother. That's the cops. Follow me? Or a white person. But we dealing with the cops. He's dealing with the cops that was patting him down. Follow me? So if they ain't actually physically pat him down, they wanted to check his car. They wanted to go in his car. Anything as far as they wanted to find out what was going on. Right now, things are starting to look good now. Maybe he thought. Maybe at the time he thought, right? Because I guess he was saying what he was saying, doing what they was asking him or whatever maybe. Or maybe in his family's life things are starting to look good now. Anything like that? Do you really like the way you are? So, during that time period, if something was going on in his home life, did he like the way he are and things were starting to look good for him or anything like that? Or God talking to the cops, one of them at least, who shot him, right? Anything like that. Okay, it says that it was some extension through the telephone, decent, nice talk, pillow talk, anything like that, through the extension, through the telephone, or in person. So either he's with his wife or his woman or something in person, talking sweet, talking nice, talking kind. The next one is, it was a crystal layer hoop. Because he was showing his problems, or this officer, whoever it was that shot him. This officer don't know what mother love feel like because his mother wasn't emotionally available, or Mr. Philando's mother. However it's flowing, I don't know either one of them, so I don't know how it was with their mother, but it goes with one of these men. Follow me? So he is searching for a female, okay? Whatever her name is, right? So we have, he was tangled up with some G's. And the G's right then would be the cops. Follow me? Okay, it says your loved one would not want you to be depressed. And that would be Mr. Philando. Start to live your life again if you not. Okay. Okay, it's like limited light somewhere at a boardwalk, wherever they was at. Follow me? He pinpointed a problem that helped him up, and that was the cops. So it says right here, he had to see in the world of his mind. The officer had to see in the world of the officer's mind that all skin color is different, but all blood is red. That means racist, right? Okay, maybe he likes style and he like having fun, Mr. Philando. Okay, it says right here, the work ethics, right? So maybe this policeman feel like he was doing, he had good work ethics. Maybe Mr. Philando was looking for work. Anything as far as work, or somebody was calling him as far as work, or maybe he had good work ethics, anything like that. Okay, we have right here that maybe one of them walked away. So it might have something to do with work, or it just could be these cops toying with him and walking away. Or it could be him in work or anything like that. When he was working or anything like that. So it says right here, something could happen one day of the week. God said cry sometimes, it was good for the heart. So back then, God was saying he could cry sometimes, it was good for the heart. Because maybe it could have been something he was dealing with work. Somebody was giving him problems at work or anything like that. Or it don't have to be him with work, right? So God was saying cry sometimes because something happened on a day of the week. Feeling like somebody was toying with them, where they walked away or he walked away, as far as work ethics, calling too much for work or anything like that. If not him, the officer. Are your leaders your God? So was his bosses his God? Or was the cops his God? Or was God his God back then? God was saying, right? So it says right here, he's going to price something to butter somebody up. Maybe butter up a person he know. Or somebody was pricing something to butter him up. I'm so sorry, that's the grass. I want to finish this stuff. Okay. Somebody treated him like trash because somebody was on the edge and on the ledge about things. That is not, it's not my grass getting cut. So why do you have to be so close making noise? Oh my goodness. It's coming from the back. I thought it was the front. Okay, dang, I don't want to really pause it because it's going to make the whole video go off. I can't do it like that. I got to finish. So if you can bear with the noise, I'm just going to do it anyway because it's going to make my whole video go off. Okay, he had to see it with full eyes. And here's the police. You can't disrespect me. So I don't really know, either the police said it or somebody at his job or the police said it. But this would be the police, I feel, being on the edge and on the ledge about things. And it says right here that either he didn't know his father emotionally or know his father at all, or this policeman. Follow me? Anything like that. So it says right here, somebody has some flip words for him at work or this officer. Okay, I'm ruined here. I have skills at work or dealing with this officer, one or the other. Okay, it says that you can't buy me. So either he was talking to the officer, trying to, you know, have things right, talking easy or whatever he was doing, right? And the officer feel like you can't buy me or whatever. Or this would be with work, where he leaving work, not being treated right at work or something like that, and somebody offering him something to stay at work, anything like that. It says that he was upset. Somebody was upset, steaming hot, right? With him, that would be the officer, I feel, right? But he wanted to bring joy to it and cultivate it, right? So it says right here that I am not your hermit while you shine. So I feel like if it is work, somebody wanted him to be the hermit while the person shine, and that would be the boss or somebody. If it's the officer wanted to shine and wanted him to be the hermit. So it says right here, he don't love you, stop fooling yourself, or he don't like you. So if it's work, the person at work didn't like him. If it's his officer, God saying the officer didn't like him, no matter how nice he was to this man, he wasn't gonna like him. God said get out while you can, as far as if it was work he was dealing with or with this officer. Daylight green, you can't see him good. Okay, here's a cat catcher. Well, he is dealing with a cat catcher. The officer was one, he was one, or his boss was one, somebody at work. That means a man who can get plenty ladies. A ladies man. Had drained energy, tired, follow me, or older. Okay, the next card is God was saying right here that no longer will he be filtered at work. And he is going to rise to the occasion at work and talk about something at work, or dealing with this officer. This officer was going to rise to the occasion and do his talking or whatever. No longer will he be filtered. Okay, it says right here, no more lack. He wanted no more lack in his life and work, right? And God wanted no more lack in his life, period. Over here with this policeman, or the police didn't want no more lack. So he's going to take control. But sometimes people take things out on somebody else that don't have nothing to do with whatever their stuff is, and they bring it to you. Okay? He is going to start being responsible for himself. Well, at work, Mr. Philando was going to be responsible for himself. So he changed his mind about a female. Okay? At work, somebody with work, dealing with work, or we dealing with in the car some kind of way, or whatever's going on here. Or this officer with a female, or whatever this is. Healthcare industry, working with seniors would be a good path for him, God says. But God said here, earth angel right here. God wanted to do a good work with him. Okay, he was devastated with work, something at work, anything like that, or dealing with this officer. Right now, right at that time, God wanted him to get on this path because he wasn't on it right then. Follow me? So it says right here that he wanted loyal, and God wanted him to deal with what was on his plate and nothing else. He wanted loyal out of this officer, or this officer wanted loyal out of him, and that officer needed to just deal with what was on his plate right then and not bring his problems to work to Mr. Philando. Follow me? Because this officer might have had problems with his mother. His mother gave him up. He don't even know who his mother is. Follow me? So it says right here that Mr. Philando was anxious and wondering, is it his fault? Okay, but self-love was key. And God wanted him to challenge it. But with this officer was going to challenge it because he felt like self-love was key. Or would work, if anything would work with Mr. Philando, he was going to challenge it because self-love was key. Straightening somebody out at work if he had problems at work. Seemingly, he was special, God says, right? But he was dedicated to the wall, to whatever his job was he had, if he had problems at work. Follow me? Or over here, seemingly he still was the best if he is dedicated to the police, to honor them, to give them loyalty and all, anything like that. And that's a downfall when you dedicate it to something that's no good. Get what I'm saying? Mr. Philando was seemingly the best, God says. He's an earth angel over here. But the officer was dedicated to the wall, his job. Whatever his job told him to do. Okay? And he used his imagination and made Mr. Philando disappear. Get what I'm saying? Or if Mr. Philando was working somewhere in any kind of problems with work any kind of way, if it was that, I don't know, I'm just saying if. He is going to use his imagination and make the job disappear and go to another job. Get what I'm saying? Anything like that. So we have right here, he need to get out the circles that keep him stuck. So if he had a job that he need to get out of, he is going to get out of it, or God wanted him out of it, because he is worth $1 million plus more. But if it was this cop over here, God saying that he need to get out the circles that keep him stuck, because he is worth $1 million plus more. Because the circle right then would be the cops, right? Okay, even down to that cop need to get out the circles that keep him stuck, to make him think it's okay to just murder somebody just like that because he wants to. Okay, we have this right here. Could be anything. Badge number, license number, part of a social, phone number, court date, time, or whatever, amount of money or whatever. Paperwork. It could be, right? Any kind of thesis could be court paperwork. Any kind of paperwork or anything with jobs form or anything like that, or over here, whatever it could be. Okay, it says right here, it was heart-wrenching because this officer put out Mr. Philando. Period. Okay? He had a false imprisoned mind and a sheltered mind. Follow me? Mr. Philando or this officer. However it's flown. Mr. Philando was an earth angel with this card. God had plans for him to speak a lot of words to the millions. And that officer cut it short. He ended it. He used his muscle to keep him down, to say, I'm in control, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the man, or whatever he's thinking like. The family wanted to get to the truth out of a story otherwise. The story is what God putting on the table. Because Mr. Philando was an antelope to the big boys. That's the cops, FBI, the mayor, the pastor, anybody large and in charge, a judge, the lawyer, anybody large and in charge. It even can be your husband. Whoever it is, you feeling under for some reason. And the cops was over top of him right then with guns and badges. So he was under. Get what I'm saying? Okay, and the next one is live the best life by getting healed. Recovery for a brighter future for the family. And it says crying out at the house. So he wasn't both of these campground cards I'm going to put as his car. I'm going to put it as his car. If it's not him crying out that house right here, this would be his family, somebody in his family. You get what I'm saying? If this not him crying out in the car back then when this happened to him and he cried afterward, moaning or anything, I'm gonna put this with his family because this came before that. Recovery for a brighter future. You gotta live your best life by getting healed. Because maybe you're thinking about him because the anniversary coming, his birthday coming up or anything like that, and it make you cry, anything like that. Anything like that. If not, before all this happened, he might have been at the house going through something Because I see the campground 2 times. See what I mean? Both of these mean house. Both of these mean the same thing, house. But I really want to make it his car, because he, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, he was in his car. So let's just make it his car, the house for right then, right? Because it was someplace that was secure for him. He made a choice in the car to do what all the officer told him to do. He did that. He complied. Get what I'm saying? So you can comply and do what the officer said. You just get the wrong officer, you down the creek. Get what I'm saying? Because some people don't even like you being nice. They want trouble. They want trouble. They saying you trouble, but they want trouble. Get what I'm saying? Look, he didn't have Nick pop out the blue-eyed brother. God no. God no. But like I said, God is in charge of this world. God is in charge. Man think man is in charge, but God is in control, and God wants justice. So God gonna have justice God's way. Get what I'm saying? So this is for Mr. Philando Castile. I just wanted to have some kind of storyline to say something. But it said before about he was doing what he was told. Okay. Yeah. He did what all he was told. He didn't do anything wrong. So you cannot do nothing wrong, and just like people walking the street can hurt you, the cops can hurt you too, and kill people that didn't do anything wrong. Because they got a lot of stuff going on their plate, they dragging to work, and that's not fair to take something out on somebody because you feel you can do it, because you got a badge and a gun or a stick, and you think you can just do what you want to do to people. Because if any normal citizen do it, they go to jail. So, you know, the same thing's supposed to happen with you. You know, God says there's nobody more special than nobody else on this earth. I don't care what you wear. God saying nobody is more special than another. Get what I'm saying? From skin color to what you wear to whatever occupation, everybody is the same in God's eyesight. Okay? So let's just flow. This would be, just wanted to do a recap. So if the family is going through something right now because you near an anniversary of him dying or his birthday, anything like that, or just missing him, God's saying, if it's a support group you need, get the support group to help you out so you can heal. This is Debraas Love 1.